Do 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 do. Doodle do. Doodle do. Okay. Hello, Ryan. We got audio. Hello, guys. We got audio. I'm showing I've got audio here. Do we have audio out there? Welcome, Ryan. There you go. Let's give it another minute or two and we'll get into it. I've got a fat box and some stuff that I forgot I even had, which is always the fun part of going through all your rocks. Very faint. Let me see what I can do there. I hate to turn off the noise compression. All the way up there. I may have to turn off some of the noise compression so you can hear me. Let's see here. Tools. Audio mixer. That's all the way up. That's all the way up. Oh. System settings. Noise gate. Is that any better? Hi, Melissa. Turn the noise gate down a little bit. Let's see. Is that any better, Ryan? Pretty bad when your mouse clicks are louder than your Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I've got it all at max here. I may in the future switch over to my headphones. My other microphone that I've got, for some reason I'm having issues with it connecting to my computer. And I've got to get a hold of a buddy of mine and get that figured out so we can understand what's going on, and then I'll have one of them little lapel mics. Of course, it'll be hidden by the beard. Nobody will be able to see it, but in the future, we'll have that. That'll be cool. All right. Well, we'll give it 2 more minutes, see if anybody else is going to go in. I did notice that Willow Rocks is live, so I may have to... I can understand that, Ryan. Rock Sock can be a little bit on the loud side. We'll give it 2 more minutes. See if anybody else wants to pop in. And we'll get started on the rocks. Because that's what we're all here for. You guys aren't here to look at me. And as you can see right here, we got our cut box, which has all the tiger eye from last week. Then I've got another box right behind my head, which is rocks that I got to figure out what I'm going to go to. There you go, Melissa. You're doing your multitasking. Yeah, that's it. And if we do get a few people in here, Melissa, if you would later on, go ahead and pop up the Discord in case anybody wants to join. Right now, everybody in here is in it. And throw up a reminder about Rockmas, which I really think's cool. It's going to be fun. And another reason why I'm going through all these rocks is I'm looking for stuff that I'm willing to let go to another lucky person who might enjoy them, you know? So anyhow, let's get to the rocks. Switch cameras here. Get my chair out of the way so I don't bump the tripod. All right. First thing I found, and I knew I had it, but the blue bed. Now a lot of these are going to need a lot of polishing because I've already cut them. Okay, 5 halves in that bag. Up. There's another half. And then I got a couple that are unknown. These are not blue beds. So they're definitely going in the cut box. And let's see, that's now fresh. So we'll put that over there. So isn't that some pretty blue in there? Guess I should turn it. That looks like the way that liquid entered. These will be going into the box for winter time doing stuff with, because I will take these and polish them up. That one's got a nice little pocket in there. Some pretty druzy. These are all from Richardson's Ranch. I did not go there. I bought them online from them. And they're of course from the blue bed. Somewhere I've got a bag from the red bed. When I find it, we'll definitely have it up on live too. They may not be cut though. Some of these are going to need a lot of work because when I cut them, some of them kind of shattered at the end or broke at the end. So they're definitely going to need a lot of love. I need to get one of those wet polishers, the kind that you use the disc with. Hey Boot, thanks for joining us. That one's got some pretty waterline in there. And a little druzy pocket. Now, like I said, I got a couple others, but I don't know where they're from. And this one, when I was cutting it, the end of it shattered off. It's kind of strange because it's got a pocket of host rock in the middle, looks like. But as you can see, I was cutting it and all of a sudden the whole end popped off, so I stopped. That's the other half of the end there. So we'll figure out what to do with that one. And then we got this monster right here. That's a nice size one. And that'll definitely be going into the cut box. And I'll put the others in the finish box. So cut box and finish box. So we get them polished up. Alrighty, what have I got next here? I got a whole bunch of agate slabs. And I'm assuming most of these are China. Mainly because I see the first thing I hate right here in this one. That's dye. That is so disappointing. I hate dyed rocks. Definitely thin. Yeah, you can see where the dye even bled. That's a shame. So I may just cut that out and do something with the center portion here. Maybe some kind of weird looking pendant because it's not very thick. That is like super thin, and all of these are. That's pretty cool. A little bit of waterline in there. That one's a hair thicker. So might be able to do something with that. Figure out some kind of a something with it. This is like a grab bag of agate slabs that I bought. Now that one's pretty cool. Got a little moss pocket in there. Focus, come on. Got a nice crystal-y end to it. Is that crystal loose? Nope, that's solid. That's healed. Like I said, this is one of those grab bags, you know, where they offer grab bag for like a couple of bucks. Don't know what I'll do with a lot of these. Some of them are just way too thin to do anything with. I mean, that's maybe 4mm thick. It is some pretty material. So, I don't know. Those are going to go in the, I don't know what to do with them yet box. That one's pretty cool. Got a little pocket in there. That one's probably about 7 millimeter. These things have been stuck in a box for at least 2 years. Not that I'm behind on doing anything with rocks. You guys know how it is. About getting things moved around to do some stuff in another shop, which I'm eventually hoping by the end of this next year to be able to build my permanent shop building. So I got a container that I'm going to use, kind of like what Jared had on his channel before he moved. Let's see, what am I missing over here? Alabama, welcome. Now this one ain't bad. I can probably do something with this one. It's probably about 7 millimeter thick. But, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. This is one of those when you wish you had the whole thing. Look at that. I would love to have that whole slice. Just like that one. Isn't that pretty? I like that. There's so much going on there. Of course, they had to shave one end of it, so that much ain't usable. That is almost polished too. Of course, you guys know I work with goats, so this powdery mess that's on there is actually formula to bottle feed the babies with. If I have one that the mama rejects or something, then I can bottle feed them. By the way, all the goats are doing good right now. For any of you that are curious, the babies are getting bigger. I didn't take a new picture this morning. I should have. But yeah, they're all doing good. I like the colors around the edge. Nice little quartz pocket in there. Like I said, a lot of these are too thin, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything with them or not. But I wouldn't be against throwing them away, or throwing them, not away, but throw them towards somebody's way. Well, look at that. Quartz, and then not quartz, and then quartz again. That's definitely some hydrothermal workings there. Another one of those when I wish I had the whole slab. I almost need a brush to clean this one up. So excuse the powdery formula. But that one had a nice pocket in the middle. Some nice bruisey quartz crystals in there. Yeah, that one definitely needs a toothbrush. But don't know what I'll do with it other than maybe throw it in a giveaway. we're up to 140 some odd people, so at 200 I'll be doing another giveaway. That was pretty cool. Too tiny to do anything with, but cool nonetheless. Yeah, I sure wish these had been thicker. I don't think there's any iris to that. Not quite thin enough to see if there was. That almost looks purple on the end there. That's interesting. Ooh, hello. Little beauty under all that powder. Power? Okay. No speaking the good English today. And so many of these, there's an interesting feature along one edge that would be so nice to have the whole thing. You know? Alright, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So we're going to put them in the I don't know box. We'll figure that out later. Alright, let's see what I got here next. I know what this is. Anybody want to take a guess what these little babies are? Any guesses? Any guesses? Actually, it's not agate. These are nephrite jade. Which we have a pretty good like color variation here, it looks like. Some of it has some lighter stuff in there. And I did not bring a flashlight with me. I've got my black light, but I don't have a flashlight. Not black light. My UV light. And some of these puppies are dark. These were all tumbled. So they got a pretty good finish. They should go back into the last polishing stage again. Some of these I need to cut them, and ones that are small enough I will cut and retumble, and then the ones that are thin enough I will cut and turn into earrings. That's dry. They didn't come out too bad. But they're also a little thick yet. So, like I said, some of these I'll slice them like in half and retumble them to bring them down a little bit closer to size. Most people I know don't want to hang this on their ear. That'd be a little bit rough. Unless you wanted to stretch your ears. Some beautiful variation in there. There's even some host rock in that one still. But yeah, I'll slice a bunch of these up, retumble them, get them down to a finish phase, and then slice them one more time for earrings. That way I have matching pairs. I just think jade's gorgeous material. Don't ask me what I paid for these. I don't know. Because I forgot I even had them until this morning. Yeah, that one definitely needs to be cut because there's probably grit still in that channel. So that one needs to be cut. Or go back about to 120 stage till that crack disappears. But some of these will be, I can turn them into bolos. That watermelon stripes on that one. But those are pretty cool. Those will go into the finish pile for additional finish work. Okay, 567 grams of dust. Not really. I'm not going to dump them all out, but we'll look at a short handful here. And we'll grab the UV. Of course, we all know what glows like that, or hopefully you don't. That is a bag of little tiny rubies. That'll be one of those where I need to get some of them little glass jars and or small vials. Okay, I'm dropping little pieces. Let's see, did I get them all, or is there anything glowing there? I think I got them all. But I'll sit there and do up some little vials of ruby. And then we've got a bag of Little Jade chips. And these are actually polished chips. Those are pretty cool. Small but cool. I mean, okay. Their thumbnail. So they are just chips, but they are polished. So that's pretty cool. Thing is, getting them off of your hand and back in the bag. Let's see here. Bag of carnelian. Another bag of carnelian. And what's this? Free gifts. Okay. Take a look at some of this carnelian. Some of it's nice, some of it's kind of junky. Some of these are some gorgeous pieces. Look at that there. We got any glowers? No glowers. It's a nice piece. This one's got a little something happening in it. Looks like a little quartz pocket in there. Of course, all these are for cut and tumble. I really need to bring a flashlight down here. That just looks like a rock. That one looks pretty good. Got a little pocket in there. Looks like a little bit of water lining. Nice chunky piece. There's some water line on the outside showing. So yeah, some cool, some rocky. Let's see. Little pocket. Looks like there might be a little quartz pocket inside there. There's something right down here on this side. Kind of see the light hitting and reflecting off of it. There may be some banding in that piece. It looks like a rock. Ooh, now that's some deep red there. A little bit of banding. I'd like to get some of those chunks of carnelian that Rookie finds. He gets some really big chunky pieces of carnelian that are just almost ruby red in color. Little bit of moss in there. These are all stuff to go in the cut pile. And this host rock there. Got a little quartz pocket right there. And some slight banding. So we'll have to see what's happening on the inside of that one. And that's just a rock. So what happens when you buy bags of stuff, you know? There's a reason why I quit trading with certain places. And I won't say any names. That's got a little bit of carnelian inside of it, but not much. Got a lot of host on both sides. Maybe there's a red spot right there. So maybe something inside of that. We'll just have to slice it in half and find out. That one's definitely a rock. There's no carnelian to that. It's even soft. Kind of like a chunk of sandstone. We got agate in here. I don't know, it's got a little bit of yellowish to it. I guess some people might interpret that to carnelian. Maybe that little flash right there in the middle, which is a little more orange to red. But like I said, there's a reason I've quit trading with a couple places. You know, they do their live stream and they show you some neat samples, and then you buy bags of the stuff and find out that, yeah, what you got was not really what they were trying to market and sell. Now that's a gorgeous piece. Look how deep that is in color. That's my idea of a true carnelian. Little host. Don't see any water line in there. But that's a gorgeous piece. Oh, Jeff. Didn't see you come in. Anybody else? I haven't. Oh, Chris is here too. Cool. Yeah, real loose definition of carnelian. Some of them just grab a rock and throw it in a bag so they can get the weight. There's a pocket of it in there. Let's see what we find when we cut it. There's some red to it. Right there. But yeah, like, is there anything in your mind that tells you that might be a piece of carnelian? What's the evidence? Let's see. I think that's a yard rock. Now this one, even though the rest of it looks like yard rock, you've got some water lining there. Right in there. And right here at the top. That looks like carnelian. Now all those that I'm calling yard rocks, I will slice them. And if there ain't nothing in there, that's exactly where they're going, it's in the yard. More of a quartzy chunk there. See a little bit of pink inside that one spot right there and a little along these cracks. We'll find out when we slice it though. Let's see what this big boy holds. Maybe. I see a little red right there. One spot. And the reason I quit buying from this seller was just the fact that I would sit there and buy certain rocks. I would slice them and find out they're garbage. That it was nothing but a rock. And we got a little pocket right here. It looks a little agate-y. But other than that, I don't see much. When you buy a parcel, you also don't expect to get crumbs everywhere. Now that one's got a nice pocket of red in there. Looks like some water line going on inside. So these will definitely be going into the cut pile. Pretty bit of yellow. Whole chunk of host on the end of it. You can see a slight line down through the middle of that. And we'll see more when we go into cutting. Slice that puppy up and see what's inside. Okay, let's see what we got here. This kind of looks more like a jasper. Only place I see a little pocket of pinkish red is right in there. So yeah, we'll find out when we cut it. That's what I would expect the whole bag to be. But when you're buying parcels like that, not much telling. Okay, we'll throw that into the cut box. Oh, another slab. It'll go with the other slabs. That one's got some interesting stuff going on in there. Look at that, whole 50 cents. Have no idea where I got this from. And that'll go in with the others. Let's see, what do we got here? We got some jasper. See what their label says. Large desert jasper. Got some pretty color in the one end. Big dark chunk in the middle. Ooh, I like that red and that orange. That is pretty. I may just have to slice that part of it off. Just slice it right across there and keep that intact. Big dark gray piece. And this one's almost solid dark gray. You can see it coming through right there. So you got a little cap here of color. And, yeah, maybe a chunk of it right through here. Again, one of those things where they show you one thing and you get something that's close, but not exactly what you were looking for. I do like that red and the orange. That inside, even though in the camera looks bluish, it's actually just gray. That almost looks like Andamuka in a way, but they're calling it desert jasper. Of course, you get it from one of those warehouse places, and you never know what rock may have jumped ship from one box and ended up in another. I've actually ended up with a couple of neat pieces from things like that that I found in bags. That goes to the slicing box. Let's see here. Evergreen jasper. Let's see what that looks like. Cover up their label. From the stuff that I've received from them and the fact that I'm no longer buying from them, I don't want to give them any kind of free advertising whatsoever. That's some pretty nice looking jasper. A few little red spots in there. That almost makes that look like a dragon's blood, but makes you wonder if there's more red spots inside. It's definitely green jasper. Got a little red line in that one. Just mainly green jasper. Solid green, some slight variations here and there, but nothing spectacular. I think we'll throw that into a tumble pile. So I may slice them 1/4 inch thick and throw them in my vibratory tumbler and see how they come out. Little variation in that one. Or that's where the rock broke, one of the two. Not bad, interesting. So that'll go to the tumbler. Let's see. Another freebie bag. And let's see here. Some. Oh, Tiger Eye, you missed it. You should have seen last week's. I had all kinds of Tiger Eye there that I was going to do stuff with and slice up, including big chunk like Kyle had. Nice little piece of quartz crystal. Of course, you can tell these haven't been done anything with, little chips on the edges and that, so it's natural. Don't see any kind of color in it, so it's just quartz points. Okay. Those go to the, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Besides to give them away. Okay, another free bag. Aha. We got some interesting stuff here. Everybody know what that is? That's a book of mica. Got a nice chunk of that. Got a yard rock. Is there any color in that one? Yeah. Another bag of freebies. Let's see, what have I got a few slices of over here? There you go, Tiger Eye. Little thin slice of Tiger Eye. Looks like a bigger chunk here of the blue Tiger Eye. And a little piece of red. What's in this box? Ah. Ooh, that's a chunk. All right. So, just for Tiger Eye, there ain't much there. There's a little sliver. Kind of see it there flashing. There you go, Tiger Eye, some Tiger Eye. Let's see if we can get this red to flash. Oh yeah. You can see that real good. I think this is a chunk of blue. Very thin chunk. There it is. Wonder where the rest of that rock is. That was a pretty good sized rock. And that was my slicing, so let's see, that goes in the Tiger Eye box for further development. We got a piece of moss agate here. Somebody was thinking about doing something with it, and then I ended up with it. Big enough to do a cab out of. Definitely got some moss in it. It's either moss or tree agate, one of the two. Nice little chunk. That goes into that box. Let's see. What are you? I think that's just a piece of chert. Almost looks like some of the stuff we find around here. Now this we don't find around here. Anybody knows me, they definitely know what this is. This is fire agate, guys. Not a lot of fire in it, but you can see that gold flash right in there. Oh, there's some bubbles. So I'd probably cut that right across there and finish and polish that out and take it down, see if I can get rid of that brown cap and find out if we got green or gold under there and make a nice little ringstone. Let's see. White cap. I don't know, we'll have to see what's in this gold spot down here in this area. So that goes into working pile. Okay. A little bit of malachite and azurite. Just surface. And I wish that chunk was all the way through like that. That was one of those that I bought hoping that it was, because all you could see was like this on their ad. They didn't tell you it was attached to 2 pounds of host rock. There's a little pocket of blue right there. Huh. Yeah. Okay, another chunk of jasper. I think this is a piece I collected in New Mexico. Definitely big enough to get a few slices out of. See what we get. I like the redder stuff better than I do the other, but nice piece nonetheless. And then this one I bought. And we're going to make a lot of nice slices out of this. A huge chunk of rosy quartz. Look at all that pinky goodness in there. That's a pretty good piece. I mean, that's about an inch thick up here at the top. About 2.5 inches at the bottom. That's a nice chunk. Don't ask me what I paid for it. I have no idea. Alright, let's dump out the freebies and see if anything catches our interest besides making my desk a dusty mess. Come on, out of there. got a little color to it. Nothing special. Okay. First of all, we got ourselves a chunk of raw turquoise. A little bit of host on it. Definitely unstabilized. It's soft enough where I can scratch it. Piece of calcite, definitely calcite. I can scratch it with my fingernail. Not into calcite, guys. I mean, it looks nice, the crystals are nice, but yeah. That stuff's just too soft to mess with. This is tourmaline and host. Nothing spectacular there. Nice chunk of amethyst. Might be able to do something with that. Another, let's see, is this? Yeah, that's calcite. Anybody wants some calcite, just drop me a note in my email, which is in my about section, and I'll put you a bag together and ship it out to you. 'Cause I'm not going to do anything with calcite. Little agate chunk. Might get a slice or two out of that. And this blue stuff, we know it's not sodalite because it didn't glow, so I would say it's lapis. Same way with this chunk. It's harder than my fingernail. And I'll have to do a scratch test on that one. That one's close to being next to nothing. I mean, I know some people love to work with it, but that looks like a yard rock. And I would say that this, what is that white rock that's out there? Let's see, how hard are you? You're harder than my nail, I think. Yeah. Is it something like howlite or something like that? And that's just freebies that place throws in every time you buy stuff from them. So yeah. Oh, and I got a messy desk. Oops, sorry guys. No earthquake, just me kicking the tripod. And oh, let's switch back to this. Let you guys see my pretty face. And before I run over my tripod, I'm going to go ahead and move it out of the way. I want to get one of those that clamps on the desk. Definitely need to do that. That way I don't have to worry about running into it, bumping it. I can raise it up higher for big stuff, leave it down low for small stuff. Thank you very much. Do you like those slices there, Tiger Eye? Okay, few things. If you guys haven't hit that like button, please. Helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. I know we've got Kyle coming up for today's sale, which may be getting ready to start. I think there's some other lives that people are doing today. So I encourage you to support each other. Join each other when you can for the lives. Get up on the Discord and go sign up for Rockmas if you haven't. Let's make it a spectacular event, and then each one of us, when we get our Secret Santa stuff, can show it off to everybody else. You know, we can sit there and make a live from it. And I kind of like doing the lives better than I do the pre-recorded stuff, because in the live, guess what? When I'm done, it's done. All I have to do maybe is change some of the description box. But yeah, and I'm always open for doing rock trades. If you go up there in my About column on the page, you can see that who's live? Chris is Is Kyle live? Anyhow, guys, go up on Rockmas. I think it'd be really cool. It'll give each one of us a chance to do a live ourselves. Put it up, unwrapping our Xmas, our Rockmas gifts. Alrighty, guys, I am gonna say that's it for today. Join me over at Kyle's. Don't know what he's gonna have for sale today. He was up last night for a while, had some nice stuff. Right now I'm a little on the broke side after getting the Starlink, getting that stuff set up, so bought a few things the other day, but I'm kind of limited. Anyhow, I thank you all for joining me. Join me over at Kyle's, and everyone have a safe day, safe weekend. We'll see you next week. All right? All right, guys.